Hey everybody, Lorelia here. I'm doing a video. Did a live earlier, but YouTube live. But today, right now, I'm just doing a regular video, still video that I'm gonna upload on my YouTube channel. And I wanted to talk about the endless cycle of poverty. And I just had to shoot a video on it because it kind of just really breaks my heart. Because like a lot of people don't realize how if you do not really search for better, look for better, believe that you really deserve better, you will continue being in the cycle of poverty, and you just kind of think just life is just like that. And so the reason why I'm doing this video is because I went to go see my cousin who's in town. He's staying with a friend of his. And I had to pause for a second. And his cousin lives in the urban area of New Jersey. You know, urban in the sense of, you know, it's a challenging area. You know, you want to call it the hood, what have you. And you know, and I don't say this in a derogatory way, because I used to live in that area. And so there's a difference between going back to the area to be able to uplift it, which is something that I want to work on, in terms of ways that I can give back, and making, giving your opinion on something and not be willing to make change. So I'm doing this video not to throw shade, but to really reflect on I should be doing more. And if you are at a situation where there's an opportunity for you to do more, to give back to your old community, by all means do it, because the cycle of poverty is real. And the reason why I say the cycle of poverty is real, when I went to go visit my cousin, for starters, she lives in an apartment building, and the lady he's staying with. And when I get there, I make a call and I say, hey, you know, cuz, is there visitor parking here? Because I'm in a parking spot in front of the building, but I'm not sure if I should be here, if this is somebody else's spot. So he proceeds to ask her, and she tells him, no, she can't park there. She has to find something on the street. There's no parking on the street. The street is packed. And for anyone who lives in New Jersey, familiar with Essex County, familiar with East Orange, they know the parking situation in that town is like horrendous. So I said, there's no parking on the street. So then he says, he lets her know there's no parking on the street. And she says, oh, well, she can park like 4 or 5 blocks like away. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. I'm not parking. So we came to an agreement where he'll come downstairs. I pretty much, gave him a hug. We talked a little, because I'm at a point in my life that, and that's why I said the endless cycle of poverty. When you've been exposed to a certain lifestyle, it's hard to retract back. And so I like convenience. I don't like to be in a cycle of inconvenience. And so I'm not parking 3 or 4 blocks down somewhere where there may not even be parking. And then if I park there, I don't know what's going to happen to my car. But not only did I encounter that, as I was going home, I kept seeing these posters. And you know how you drive and you're sitting at a light, you don't pay attention, but then when you see in the poster so much, you say, well, let me read the poster. And the poster literally says, it's a government shutdown. And I don't know the exact wording, but it was pretty much, if you are currently being affected by the government shutdown, get a payday loan. And it goes into how much money they'll advance you or what have you. I currently have been out of work. How long was the shutdown? 35 days. I've been out of work for 35 days. And my only recourse is to get a payday loan. And people wonder why the TSA worker who committed suicide may have been stressed out, financially just hurting. And I started to think about, like I said, the cycle of poverty. Now, where I live at in New Jersey, there's no flyers. There's no flyers telling people to get a payday loan if you are currently experiencing a government shutdown. Like, do you understand the level of poverty? One, and this is what I've noticed when you live in certain communities, there's no convenience. They don't make the convenience for us. Now, when the area becomes gentrified, the convenience comes. But when it's just us, there's no convenience. So here you are, here you're in a neighborhood, in a community where there's no convenience. Everything around you is trying to get your attention to get into debt. Everything. Like I said, I kept seeing these flyers. Now, I was just there for less than a half an hour. And my subconscious, which eventually knocked on the door to my conscious mind, said, read the flyer. Because subconsciously I was seeing the flyer but wasn't really paying attention. But then my conscious mind said, you know what, go ahead and read it. And it was not until my conscious mind told my brain to read it that I actually was like, whoa, wow, the cycle of debt. And you're seeing them everywhere. Like just on billboards and stuck to the overpass, to the highway. I mean, on near trees. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And not only am I dealing with that, there's potholes everywhere. So I darn near needed an alignment after driving around in this so-called community. It's like I can't even, I'm like, now when people say they are caught behind the 8 ball, it's real. How you gonna catch a break? How you gonna catch a break? And that's why it's so important. If you are currently that person who feels like they can't get a break, they're financially shackled, they're in a cycle of poverty, you got to do whatever you can to get out of that cycle. In regards to reading, in regards to getting into communities and I'm not talking about leaving. I'm just talking about if you can go in an online community and get access to information that will help you to get out of that situation. You know, know, a lot of people, you know, turn their nose up at network marketing. You know, it's so many thoughts going on in my head. So you know, I know it maybe seem like I'm rambling, but a lot of people may turn their nose up at network marketing, MLM, or what have you. Like currently right now on this channel, I'm promoting something called My Econ to expose people, to help them to understand financially what is going on in this economy. A lot of people do not understand that don't understand the game of capitalism. And when you don't understand the game of capitalism, you're pretty much losing in the game of Monopoly. Like the real life game of Monopoly goes on every day. And a lot of people don't know the rules. And here I'm showing people, telling people, and this ain't got nothing to do with, oh, you're just trying to make money off me. Man, the little money that I get from sharing the opportunity with people are peanuts. I share the opportunity because it allows people to get exposure to conversations of people who are not stuck in the cycle of poverty, and they're willing to share with you how you can get out of it. And a lot of times it may not be that opportunity. It may not be, you know, the current business opportunity I'm sharing with people is My Econ. My Econ may not be the vehicle that will probably give you 7 figures, but it definitely is going to give you exposure for you to go into another area where that could possibly give you 7 figures. Why? Because there are things that you're going to learn, conversations that you're going to be exposed to, that you're not going to get in a cycle of poverty. See, the one thing that I know in a community where people are in a cycle of poverty, everything around you is trying to get you in debt. There's not enough people on the grander scheme of things who are there to help you. I even said, can I do more? Of course. But a lot of times, many people don't even know where to get the help. So I say all this to say, if you're watching this video and you feel like you are stuck in a cycle of poverty and you want to get out, it's all based on information. It's access to information. Do not, because if you're struggling financially in this economy, and your only recourse is a payday loan, you are losing in the game of Monopoly. You are losing in the game of Monopoly. And you need to learn the rules. And so that's the way out. Not know, you know, the government should give us grants and loans and all this other stuff. Like in the news here locally, the federal government HUD over there in New York, NYCHA, that's the New York Housing Authority that oversees the housing of projects and assisted living and government funded housing for people that are black and brown. And so the federal government HUD, Ben Carson, signed some type of agreement with the current mayor de Blasio in New York to fund more government houses. That's the problem. You don't need no government handouts, because if you notice in the game of Monopoly, there's no government handouts. In order to win in the game of Monopoly, there are no government handouts. So if you think you're going to win in the real world game of Monopoly by someone assisting you financially through the government, you're already losing. So that's all I have to say. I know it's been 14 minutes, and for some people, they may not feel like I've said much. But for less than $50, you're going to get access to information that can truly change your life. Like I said, it will change your life in terms of the access of information that you're going to get, because it's all information. A lot of people don't know what they don't know. That I'll be straight up with you. That boils down to that. You don't know what you don't know. And so I'm trying to share with people what things that they could be learning to help you financially. So if you are in a cycle of poverty, how you can possibly get yourself out. So once again, this is Lorelia. Information will be below. Like I said, if your concern is, oh, you're trying to make money off me, believe you me, what I make in real estate, currently right now, because I believe in wherever your focus goes, it grows. I make a whole bunch of money doing that than me helping people with showing you a better way with my econ. So that's all I have to say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is Lorelia. I'll talk to you in the next video.